everybody, Richard here, and welcome to the Nerd Life, my friends. It is time for a Monday Q&A, baby. What's up? So, we have some questions to answer. First, we're going to go to the Face of Book. I had a question. Somebody sent me a question in a messenger. Messenger question? Yeah, messenger question. Facebook Messenger. And told me, he asked, he said, can you answer it on your video? And I said, yes. So it's from Sean Adams. He is Instagram Adams Family Mini War Painting. If you want to check him out, he does some awesome stuff. His one of his Land Raiders was even featured in White Dwarf last month, January month. Yep, because I still haven't got my February month yet. Poopy sauce. Put a subscription in for White Dwarf, and you get it whenever they feel like giving it to you. Booger butts. So he asks, I'm contemplating selling my 40K army and going full AOS. What's your thoughts? Don't do it! No, seriously, man. That's how I got back into the hobby, to be honest with you. I found a bunch of my old stuff, my old 40K stuff. Went through it, kept a few things that I liked and just slowly started selling things off. I pretty much kept just the Tau army, to be honest with you, in the beginning. And a few of the Necrons I had. No, I take that back. I didn't have any Necrons except for like a couple of the old metal ones. And like I had a, whatchamacallit? An Immortal. And I think an Overlord. I'm going to pause for one quick second. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, anyway, sorry, Sean. Yeah, dude, I totally just got a message from Mythos asking if I had already started, and I had, but the cool thing about having a computer and interwebs, I can go see what he wants right now. Let's just do that. What in the... My wife went live and I didn't get a notification again? That's lame. So, like I said, man, that's how I got started back in the hobby, was selling through all my stuff to be able to get new stuff. So, I don't see a problem with it, to be honest. If that's what you want to do, I would probably look over some of your stuff and see if there's anything in there you really don't want to get rid of. Sorry, dead air, man. And you're starting AOS, if it's going to help you, do it. Definitely do it. I think that'd be a good thing. Because you can always slowly pick back up stuff. And, I mean, it could be a thing, too. Like, you pick back up some of the things you used to have because you can repaint them different, Even stuff like that. Just, it's our hobby, I am part OCD and don't want to get rid of anything I have. OCD, and maybe there's a little other issues in that, but we won't go that far yet. Maybe we'll go that on Wednesday. Yeah, I think it's a good idea, man. If you want to start something new, you're getting burnt out on your old Warhammer stuff. If you can't afford to just jump right into AOS and grab a few things right now without selling your stuff, then sell it. If you can, if there's any way for you just to get a few things to start with, put your stuff aside, or maybe just sell some of the things you really don't care about. You're kind of like over, and then you can always, because like I said, you can always get that stuff later on, man. And yeah, that's where I'm at with that. So I hope that answered your question good, my friend. Much love. Check out Adam's Family Mini War Painting on Instagram. Check out some of his awesome work. So now I just had another Facebook message from Wolf Brother Mythos. He asks, what Spider-Man costume is your favorite? Classic black suit, negative, the Iron Spider, or 2099? I liked 2099. I thought that was a cool series. The suit was pretty cool on that one too. I'd have to say for me, it'd either be between The black suit was cool. That was really cool. But anytime I see the black suit, that instantly for me is, I think of Venom. That's all I think of. I think of the symbiote series when he got possessed by all that. But I'd have to say the classic costume is my favorite, and the Homecoming movie was my favorite. I'm not a fan of the little decked out one that Stark made him at the end of the movie. Spoiler alert, apologize if you haven't seen it yet. I like just a good old classic Spider-Man look, you know. Red and blue, boom. That's my Spider-Man right there. So, I hope that answers your question, sir. And I'm going to tell you, answered. Wow. So, yeah. Thank you, Mitos. I much appreciate that question, sir. Now I am going to go to the questions on my video. Edit Beer 40K Coolpix. That will be Nikon. Yes, it is, and it is right here. I need to get a tripod for it so I can figure it out, because I'm going to do a couple of test videos, like I said. Yeah, I got this thing as a tattoo trade. I tattooed somebody and they gave it to me. It's a nice little camera. I could take some good pics on there. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Take some good video too. I don't know what the specs on it are, but I know who does, and that's you, Nicholas, because you're amazeballs. Wide 36x zoom, 12.1 megapixels, full HD movies. Basal. Backside illumination. I feel like there should be thunder behind me on that one. But I like this camera and I want to get more use out of it, you know. What was that? And he says, I really like the idea of a female Primark. I think that would be pretty cool, man. Let's do it, Games Workshop. Great show once again. What is the longest painting session you have done? Might as well ask that about tattooing as well. Longest session you have done. Okay, so we'll start with painting session. Sorry. Excuse me. I'm burping up omegas. I took some omega pills. So it's got fish oil in it. So you're burping like, it's not fish, it's something else. Like fish water? I don't know. Anyway. Longest painting session, man? Dude. I honestly don't think my painting sessions have been super duper long. I'd say probably like 3-4 hours maybe. That probably seems long to a lot of people. But that's just me getting going on stuff, you know, painting one thing, setting it down, painting, letting that dry, painting something else, painting, and just jumping around back and forth, building in between there too. So I'd say it's more like a hobby session, I guess. But painting sessions close to, yeah, 3-4 hours. Tattoo sessions? Oh, man. That's, trying to think. How many hours did I work on him? It was 8 to 10 hours, man. We did take breaks. We took a couple breaks in there. Because he's a smoker, so we need to get up and take breaks. And, of course, took a break to eat lunch and dinner. But yeah, man, I'd say 8 to 10 hours, dude. He was, it was a tattoo that I normally would have liked to have done in multiple sessions, like 2 or 3 sessions. But he is from Queensland. Queensland? Is that how you say it? Queensland? Clayton, help me out, buddy. Throw another shrimp on the body. But yeah, he's from Australia, and he was literally only there for 2 more days. And I wouldn't recommend starting a tattoo and then start working on it the next day, because your body's already going to start healing it, and it's going to hurt like bad, man. So yeah, dude, it was 8 to 10 hours on that guy. I sat there and I worked, and I worked, and I worked. We did a big old, I think it was a big old chest plate, and up onto the shoulder, like a dragon into a shield or something like that. I don't remember what it was. It's huge. Like a coat of arms sort of thing. But yeah, that was probably the longest tattoo session I've ever done. Next question from Mr. Graham Collins. Another cool Q&A video. I always enjoy these, but it'll be even better when good when we get the good Lady K back to join you. I'm trying to sweet talk her. She's just not. She won't even do anything on her YouTube channel. And she gained subscribers without even adding any videos anymore. It's crazy sauce. Regarding the Lost PryMarks legions, we only know that one of them was taken down by the Wolves of Russ. Yeah. There has been suggestion in one of the HH books that the other may have been absorbed by the Ultra Smurfs. Yes, I know the whole gene seed issue, but if it only really matters going forward into the future, then that can be easily taken care of in the harvesting stage. Makes sense. From the start, it was stated that fully half of the Primarch's legions fell to chaos, and the other half remained loyal, implicating being that this is also what happened to the missing two. One fell, one remained. Oh, I see. I didn't know that. That is pretty interesting. Wow. I don't even want to know. Man, I sent a package out to somebody, priority mail, and it was supposed to be there on Saturday. They still ain't got it. Those little sons of emperors. Graham says, wild speculation time. Number one, did one kill the other and get censored for it by the emperor? Ooh, that could be cool. But if that's the case, would the one had maybe have killed the other one before everything happened, because I mean you already had other people killing, but their legions weren't wiped off the map. These two Primarch's legions were erased. Like erased. So, that's a good thought, though. I could see that being a story, like the one Primarch killed off the other Primarch, and I wouldn't even say like in a brutal battle either. I would think it'd be a straight up cold blooded murder, like, hey brother, how you doing, or sister, or whatever, how you doing? Oh, what you gonna do now? The Emperor's like, nope. Russ, smite him in his buttocks. Okay. And wiped him out. Just like that. There's a little frost on his stuff. Frosty butt. Wild speculation number 2. Are there really 2 missing Primarchs, or was one of them Omegon, but he was too attached to Alfarius and wouldn't be split from him to lead his own legion? That is another good one. That's another good question. I throw this too. If they are legitimate twins, then if there were, well, how many total Primarchs were there? 20? 20 legions, right? 20? So there were 20. I mean, there's a tube for each baby. If they were twins, they would have been in the same tube. So then that would have been there were only 19 tubes. What was in there? You would still have one Primarch tube or whatever. Then that could also mean that original. Well, then yeah, I don't know. Chew on that for a minute. Let's think. And you'll message me and we'll continue this conversation because it's an interesting one. I like it. It's kind of good. Now he goes. Now a good few years ago, and then for a good number of years thereafter, there has been a rumor floating around within GW staff. Heard the same rumor from different people in different stores in different parts of the country that one of the Lost PryMarks was never actually found. Ooh. So potentially he could still be out there. This could also lend credence to the concept that their legion got smurfed. It could. But then again, wouldn't their legion, or did they already use the gene seed? So I guess they already had the gene seed from that Primarch. So, see, I don't know. I still haven't read any of the books. I'm sorry, man. I'm going to get on to that. Didn't they already start pumping out soldiers for the legions? So whenever they found them, they would already have children of the Primarch. That's what I see your soldiers are. They're children of the Primarch. The Primarch is the father. The Emperor is the grandfather. I don't know. It's interesting. That's another good thought. He could still be out there. His concept got smurfed. This could also simply be false information being leaked by GW, something they've always been good at doing. Yeah. There have also been semi-official rumors that Sigmar was one of those lost brothers, and he got knocked into time. That could be interesting. He got knocked back into the age of earlydom. Could he be the Thunder Warriors? What? No. Thank you, dude. As always, Graham, I love your comments and your questions. They're in-depth and they're excellent, sir. I really appreciate them. You are a man of awesome sauce, my friend. I would love to kick it with you. And I don't drink coffee or tea, but you can have some tea, and I'll drink a water. Yeah, that's about all I drink now. Mini War Zone. Great Q&A. What was the last movie you watched that you thought was awesome, and why? That's tough. I'm trying to... Spider-Man Homecoming. Because it was Spider-Man. And he came home. And Marissa Tomei was Aunt May. Yeah, I'd probably say Spider-Man, dude. I don't know. Marvel movies in general, I have not seen one that I was disappointed in, to be honest. They've all been pretty dang good. Yeah. We're just going to go with Spider-Man for right now, because I'm trying to think. Rogue One was good, too. It was pretty good, but it felt fast. I accidentally saw a sneak peek of Solo. Like I said, you know, on the football game yesterday, and it was on the news feed, and I accidentally clicked on it on purpose, maybe. I don't know. Whatever. But that looks pretty dang good. What you doing, Bubba? Kylo's down there sleeping. He's so cute. I still haven't seen The Last Jedi yet, but I will see that soon, hopefully. Sophia wants to see it. She's a Star Wars nerd, too, just like me. Yeah, well, I'd say Spider-Man, just because I enjoyed it. I love the Spider-Man story in general, so it was really cool to see that. And I like what they did with the Vulture. I thought he was cool, too. Wargamer Sean. Cheers, mate. I like the idea of a female Primarch, but agree it would be a mess. Plus, I don't think they will ever reveal the two unknown Primarchs. What is your next personal paint project, not what you are commissioned for? I'm still working on the Warlord Titan, only because I'm taking my sweet daddy time about it. So it'll be that, and I have a few things laying around over here, like I did a sample paint job for some custodes. You're not going to be able to see that very well because the front facer camera's garbage. But that's kind of the paint scheme I'm going to go for. I have the others painted up over here to they're painted to wash level. They're painted gold and washed. That's it. This guy is finished, in my opinion. It's for me. That's my finished, not perfect business. So yeah, I'm probably gonna finish painting those. I have a box of stuff over here that needs to be painted up, like some Mechanicum stuff I've started that I want to finish. I'll just show you kind of a little sample. Plus, I have some Lost Legion guys in here that need to be worked on too, like that painting challenge I started for Nick last year and never even jumped back on, like a butthead. But yeah, so then I got this Mechanicum here I had to work on. I got started. Like this guy is ready for detail work, and I'm trying to figure. I really like what I've done. Go check out Mythos, by the way. He just posted up a showcase video of his Castellan robots, and I really like what he did with them. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it's similar to something that I want to do, and I've seen it on a few of the Mechanicum stuff, and it just, that idea looks really cool. So yeah, so I've got him and a couple other Mechanicum things that I want to work on, just to kind of get this is again like me just trying to figure out all the basics of what I'm going to do, like paint job wise. But I'll do those in a separate video later. But I think I really want to sit down and paint those and get through this box of stuff over here that has things that need to be painted in it. Get these custodes done, because I'm really thinking about doing a little custodes thing. Just got to really dig them. I was trying to find one to show you the other one, because what I have is the segment, where I guess they're segmentum guys. They're the ones with the guns and the little normal helmets. I like the normal helmets better. I'm probably going to cast those helmets up and replace any of the custodes I get with those little short helmets instead of the big old egghead ones. I just like them better. It's just me. Thanks, sir. Mini Dream. Mr. Mini Dreams. My dad always watched Star Trek, MASH, and Planet of the Apes. Of these three series, which would you enjoy to see a tabletop game of? Of the three, I think I'd enjoy painting the Planet of the Apes. I think Planet of the Apes would be pretty cool. I think they already have a Star Trek one. I don't know how hardcore tabletop game-ish it is. Or if it's just like a literal board game. But I could see a Planet of the Apes game. That would be fun. MASH, not so much. I don't know how you could make that a game without it being like a pretty much a historical Korean War game, and then you throw in saving casualties. But I don't think it'd make a good tabletop game. Maybe a board game. Just Many Dreams again. It says, great bit of history on your hobby, brother. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. And thank you for your words on my miniatures, dude. You are awesome, man. You are awesome, my friend. You have some beautiful work coming from a scale modeling to miniature painting. I mean, it's all the model building and painting hobby. It all goes hand in hand. And not even slightly different styles. You use automotive paint on your cars, but you use regular paints on the models, and it's just amazing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's amazing. It's great to hear I'm doing good, because I often second guess my miniatures. I second guess everything I do, every single thing. I see great work like your freehand paintings. Thanks, man. Your conversions and commission work, and some other great painters out here, and I think to myself, would others enjoy mine? Definitely, yeah. There ain't no doubt, man. Your stuff is clean and cool. It's very cool. Did I go overboard? Nope. Did I not use the right colors together? I mean, dude, if you're talking like game-wise, it's your model. Do it however you want it, man. I often battle this one I call a build done. Sometimes this hobby is heaven for me and hell. Law Mini. You're awesome, man. Thank you for that. The Gibsons. Hey, you're Rich. Hope you're doing well. Loved your comment at the end. How I rather than how to. That's exactly how I like to come across in any of my vids. This is my way of painting, thinking, chatting, etc. Not necessarily the correct way, but my way. So probably a question you've been asked tons. Rattle can primer, then brush to wash, and dry brush 30 minis, or setting up the airbrush, base coating, washing, and some spot highlighting with the airbrush. Which do you prefer? Think is faster and think gives best results, including the cleaning the airbrush afterwards. I think airbrush is a little faster for base coating because the paint dries quicker. And in my opinion, I have less issues with the airbrush than I do with the rattle can. I get more rattle can clog ups and rattle can sputters than I ever do on an airbrush, man. I would say out of 20 figures, airbrushing one at a time, priming them black, going like that, I may have one case of a dry tip, and it's seriously, it's very rare. But a rattle can, I don't know why. I'll be sitting there spraying, and I still like to do one figure at a time, so I make sure I get every angle. You know, I know you can put them on a strip, paint them, just go over that. I just like doing them one at a time so I can see what's going on. And I swear I'll get like 2 models in and I'll have issues again. That seems to be like with Krylon, with Rust-Oleum, with regular primers. I seem to have issues of them. So, and also with the issues of them coming out too thick. Like the paint doesn't level out well on the model. So it's like when you hit it, it doesn't get in those cracks good and everything. Where an airbrush, I can go light and hit it up and get a good solid coat of black and still see all the details in the model, you know, without having some of them filled in by the paint. Yeah, so I think that's what I prefer that. And even cleaning the airbrush, I can do that pretty quick. Because I clean my airbrush like once a week, to be honest. I do a base cleaning when I'm done. Clean out the paint inside, give it a Q-tip wipe, you know, and maybe I'll pull out the needle and give it a quick wipe down, but that's it. I don't break it apart except for once a week. And then I'll tear it apart and soak it in some Windex alcohol, whatever, to kind of get some of that paint broken off that may be still stuck on the inside, and then give it a good scrub with a toothbrush and be done. But yeah, I'd have to say it's the airbrush base coat wash. Spot highlighting, yeah, I have issues with that. I typically don't do like 30 minis at once. So I'm going to start though, because I have the Horus Heresy, Betrayal Calth, and Burning of Prosperos. So I'm going to get to the point where I'm going to set up my units after I get them built. Prime them, do the dark Imperial Blue, bottom, top, then give a little light highlight of that purple on all of them, and then just go back through and just start slowly painting out like armor trim and stuff, and just keep it as simple as possible. I won't even do any freehand special bits on those. Maybe like one of the soldiers, I'll put like some kind of marking in it to determine the squads. I guess the thing with me not playing the game, I try to do each figure as much as I can, you know? Do as much of the detail, much of the stuff that I can do on it. I guess if I was playing more often, I would probably get to the point of more where I'll do here's a squad where I'll do like paint, prime, some quick dry brushing, some quick highlighting, and then onto the table. So I can get it rolling. And of course basing too, gotta do basing. But yeah, that's just me, that's just how I feel about it. And again, it's the how I do things rather than the how to do it. I always say this hobby is your own. We're all part of the hobby. We all share the same likes and some of the things. You know, I mean, we love painting our figures. We love our models. We just love what we do, from scale modeling to this. You know, everybody does something different. Everybody paints differently. I use craft paints a lot. And I use craft paints as detail paints, you know, as where most people will be like, no, Vallejo only, or Citadel, or Scale 75, or something like that, or whatnot. I like the craft paints on certain things. I prefer like craft paint reds over some of the reds and the other stuff. I mean, it's just me. It's just who I am. The greens, I like craft paint greens over Vallejo's greens. Like apple barrel greens, I love the way they come out. They're a bit thin on the backside, but we thin our paints anyway. And plus, I can typically, if it's that thin, I can pump it in my airbrush, maybe add a drop of water or witch hazel, give it a quick bubble up to mix, and go to town. You know. But again, that's me. That's who I am. That's how I like it. And then you'll probably see those figures and go, oh, that's gross, dude. Ew, those are ugly and hideous. But again, it's my hobby. It's what I want to see and how I like it, you know. So it's for all of us. This is our hobby. It's what we like. Don't be afraid to paint your figures how you want to paint them. Don't be afraid to build your figures how you want to build them, you know. If you're a tournament player, I guess you're stuck. You have to build them a certain way only, but don't be afraid to enjoy the hobby and do things however you want to do it, man. If you want to make a Tau army with all human soldiers, do it. Have fun with it, man. If you want to proxy stuff in for something, do it. Have fun. You want to paint things a color, you want to paint a Tau with red skin, do it. have fun, enjoy it, love it, man. And I guarantee you, I'll see the stuff. I said a slight cuss word there. Apologize. If I saw it, I would love it because it's yours. You did it, and you made it amazing. Guys, I love you all. I'm rambling on. I'm gonna get off this now so I can get started on some work. Keep rocking that nerd life, my friends. I will see you next time.